Did you know the world's first black fighter pilot flew for France during World War I? Spoke multiple languages, fought in 2 world wars, and later became a jazz club owner in Paris? Stay with us as we uncover the untold, action-packed life of Eugene Jacques Bullard, a man who lived more in one lifetime than most could in 10. In the next few minutes, you'll discover how a boy from Georgia escaped the crushing racism of the early 1900s to become a decorated war hero in a foreign land. You'll see the battles he fought in the skies and on the streets, the friendships he formed with jazz legends, the dangers he faced as a spy, and the personal struggles that shaped him. This is not just history. It's the story of a man who defied the odds and left a legacy that still inspires today. Eugene Jacques Bullard was born on October 9, 1895 in Columbus, Georgia, to a father from Martinique and a mother of Creek Indian heritage. Life in the segregated South was harsh. As a young boy, Eugene witnessed racial violence and the heavy weight of Jim Crow laws pressing down on his family. But his father told him stories of France, a place where people of all races could live with dignity and respect. Those stories lit a fire in Eugene's heart. At the age of just 11, he made a bold decision. He would leave home and find his way to France. His journey would take years and lead him through hardship, danger, and uncertainty. But that dream of a freer life gave him the courage to take his first step onto a road that would change history. After leaving home, Eugene worked wherever he could, tending horses, cleaning stables, and taking odd jobs. He traveled on foot, by train, and by hitching rides with strangers. Eventually, he reached Norfolk, Virginia, where he stowed away on a German merchant ship bound for Scotland. From Scotland, he made his way to England and then to France. The moment he set foot in Paris, he felt something he had never known before: freedom. No one spat at him because of the color of his skin. No one forced him to sit in the back. He could walk into restaurants, speak to strangers, and be treated like a man. To survive, he took up boxing and became a skilled performer in Paris's bustling entertainment scene. These early years in France shaped his confidence and set the stage for his life's next chapter, one that would catapult him into the chaos of war. When World War I broke out in 1914, Eugene didn't hesitate. He joined the French Foreign Legion, one of the only units open to foreigners. He fought fiercely in some of the war's deadliest battles, the Somme, Champagne, and Verdun. At Verdun, he was seriously wounded but refused to give up. While recovering, he volunteered for aviation training, a move that would make history. In 1917, he earned his pilot's license and became the first African-American military pilot. Flying for France, he completed over 20 combat missions and earned the nickname the Black Swallow of Death. But when he tried to join the U.S. Air Service, he was rejected because of his race. Undeterred, Eugene continued to serve France with honor, proving that bravery knows no color. When the war ended, Eugene returned to Paris, where the city was alive with music, art, and laughter. He became a drummer in jazz bands and eventually opened his own nightclub, Le Grand Duc. It quickly became one of Paris's hottest spots, attracting celebrities, writers, and royalty. Louis Armstrong, Josephine Baker, Ernest Hemingway, they all passed through Eugene's doors. He was more than a club owner. He was a cultural bridge, bringing together people from around the world in the spirit of music and joy. His clubs were safe spaces for creativity, romance, and friendship in a city still healing from war. But history had another test for him. In 1940, the Nazis invaded France. Eugene didn't run. He joined the French resistance. Using his knowledge of languages and his connections, he smuggled messages, protected allies, and gathered intelligence for the fight against Hitler's forces. During one mission, he was wounded again, forcing him to flee France. His heroism during World War II was every bit as courageous as his feats in the skies. But this chapter of his life remained hidden from the public for decades. After the war, Eugene returned to the United States, but the country he found was still gripped by segregation. Despite being a decorated war hero in France, he lived in near obscurity. He worked as an elevator operator at Rockefeller Center, his wartime medals tucked away in a drawer. In 1959, France awarded him the Legion of Honor, its highest distinction. It was one of the few moments when the world recognized his sacrifice and achievements. In America, that recognition would only come after his death. Eugene Bullard's life was a journey from the cotton fields of Georgia to the skies over Europe, from smoky Paris jazz clubs to the dangerous shadows of wartime espionage. At his peak, he enjoyed the wealth of a successful nightclub owner, the elegance of Parisian life, and friendships with some of the most famous people of his time. But more than the riches, it was his courage and determination that made him unforgettable. He broke barriers in aviation, defied racism, and lived by the belief that freedom and dignity were worth any risk. His story paved the way for future generations of black pilots and soldiers. Eugene Jacques Bullard's life is a reminder that greatness often comes from those the history books overlook. He lived without limits, fought for justice, and left a legacy that inspires all who hear it. If you believe the world should remember heroes like Eugene Bullard, share the story and stay with us, because every week we bring you the untold stories of extraordinary people who shaped our world.